Nairobi is the capital and the largest city of Kenya. The name comes from the Maasai phrase Nkere Nairobi, which translates to cool water, a reference to the Nairobi River which flows through the city. The city proper had a population of 4,397,073 in the 2019 census, while the metropolitan area has a population of 9,354,580. The city is popularly referred to as the Green City in the Sun. Nairobi was founded in 1899 by the colonial authorities in British East Africa, as a rail depot on the Uganda-Kenya Railway. The town quickly grew to replace Mombasa as the capital of Kenya in 1907. After independence in 1963, Nairobi became the capital of the Republic of Kenya. During Kenya's colonial period, the city became a center for the colony's coffee, tea and sisal industry. The city lies in the south-central part of Kenya, at an elevation of 1,795 meters, 5,889 feet. According to the 2019 census, in the administrative area of Nairobi, 4,397,073 inhabitants lived within 696 square kilometers, 269 square miles. Nairobi is home of the Kenyan Parliament buildings and hosts thousands of Kenyan businesses and over 100 major international companies and organizations, including the United Nations Environment Programme, UN Environment, and the United Nations Office at Nairobi, UNON. Nairobi is an established hub for business and culture. The Nairobi Securities Exchange, NSE, is one of the largest in Africa and the second oldest exchange on the continent. It is Africa's fourth largest exchange in terms of trading volume, capable of making 10 million trades a day. It also has the Nairobi National Park with a large game reserve. Nairobi is currently under the Nairobi Metropolitan Service. The site of Nairobi was originally part of an uninhabited swamp. The name Nairobi itself comes from the Maasai expression meaning cool waters, referring to the cold water stream which flowed through the area. With the arrival of the Uganda Railway, the site was identified by Sir George Whitehouse for a store depot, shunting ground and camping ground for the Indian laborers working on the railway. Whitehouse, chief engineer of the railway, favored the site as an ideal resting place due to its high elevation, temperate climate, adequate water supply and being situated before the steep ascent of the Limuru escarpments. His choice was however criticized by officials within the protectorate government who felt the site was too flat, poorly drained and relatively infertile. During the pre-colonial era, many peoples of Kenya lived in villages amongst their tribes and cultures where they had rulers within their communities rather than a president and lived in that manner. In 1921, Nairobi had 24,000 residents, of which 12,000 were native Africans. The next decade saw growth in native African communities in Nairobi, and they began to constitute a majority for the first time. This growth caused planning issues, described by Thornton White and his planning team as the Nairobi problem. In February 1926, colonial officer Eric Dutton passed through Nairobi on his way to Mount Kenya, instead of the city.